So here's a question from Danny. He's wanting to have a transition on the audio as well as the video on his clips. He understands how the transition smooths out the action on the video portion, but it's very abrupt on the audio. So let's take a look at that. And he also asks, what does the diamond logo on the transition effect mean? So we'll go ahead and explore those two issues in this video. Okay, so with the question, we're talking about incorporating transitions on videos, not only the video portion, but also the audio portion, as we have down here in these clips. But let's just look at audio transitions in general. In the olden days, we used to kind of overlap these. And this is the way we would transition it, and there's a way to sort of blend it in this way by doing this, so that a music would kind of like fade out, the next one would fade in, and then by overlapping them, you would get a blending of the two. Now, in more modern Filmora, this is much more easy to accomplish. But this is how we would do it in the old days. So let's just explore, first of all, how music or audio transition is blended these days. First of all, we don't need these blank spaces in here. We're just going to take them out, and we'll put these up right next to each other. So when we click on transitions, we see over here that there is more than just visual transitions. There is also audio transitions. Granted, there's only 4 of them, and they have 4 different types. Let's just look at this example. First of all, we will go from one audio clip to a second. Okay, so it would be nice to be able to fade those two together. Now, the first thing I would say that if you're working with audio clips, they may be of different volume. So it is useful to take the audio clips and use the auto normalization. What this does is it eliminates the highs and lows. So if one clip is softer than the others, it's made louder. And if another is louder than the others, it's made softer. And they have some preset audios here, depending on the type of audio that you're doing. You could use those. There's custom. Basically, I normally just do auto normalization just to get an even volume between the various sections here. So these are roughly the same. It's still that hard transition. Now we can use one of these 4 here, and I'm just going to use this constant gain here, and we drop that down on here, and if we spread it out, we can see the standard transition is 2 seconds. You can change that, of course, in your preferences or whatever, but we're just going to leave it at the 2 seconds for now. And what this does now is it actually does that automatic overlapping for us. So let's play it again, where this one will fade out and this one will fade in. So now you get that smooth transition here, and let's just increase the volume a little bit on both of them to make it a little more obvious. Okay. And there we get our smooth transition. Now you can play with these other types of transitions. They may give you a different pattern. Okay. So that's how we do audio transitions. But now let's focus on these video elements that I have over here. And we have people talking. We have a basketball game. We have some more people talking on bikes. And then we have a little bit of discussion here. Now, these are definitely all different audio volumes. So let's just listen for a couple of these, particularly the first and the second. And we will, in fact, let's just shorten this up. We don't need to really listen to the content as much as just the hard transition from the one to the next.
Cheers here too. Yeah. on both sides.
How secure is that? Oh,
Okay, that one, the discussion starts here, but I think you get the gist of it. These are different audio volumes. One could go like this, select all the audio, do the auto normalization, and to kind of get a similar volume. Likewise, you could actually select them all, and so if the volume comes out too low, you can increase the volume right here. Let's just see what our volume sounds like.
Stairs here too? Yeah. Oh, on both sides.
how secure is that?
So we have a nice kind of a constant volume. With them all selected, we could go ahead and increase the power a little bit on all of them. And let's just do it one more
Stairs
time.
here too? Yeah. Oh, on both sides.
And we see that we've eliminated those highs and lows. Now, of course, we're talking about transitions, and so these are videos. So we would then apply a transition to each one of them, and without selecting the last one here, we'll just use the plus sign here to apply the transition to all of them. Sometimes it doesn't overlap, but that's easy. You just go ahead and do it like so. So now we've got our
Stairs here too?
video transition from the one to the next, but we have done nothing to solve the problem with the audio. And I don't believe we can attach two, but I'm going to attempt this anyway. I'm going to try to attempt take this one and see if I can drop it down here. And it doesn't look like we have dropped anything.
Both sides.
No, it just goes from one to the other. So this is the dilemma. Do we want to do the video or do we want to do the audio? Luckily, there is a method for us to get both of them. And that is to detach the audio from the video. That's actually an option. And if we select it and we right click, we go up here and detach audio. Now I'm going to attempt something I haven't tried. I'm going to just try select all of them and see if I can detach them all at the same time. I'm not sure that I can, but I'm going to right click and let's see if detach audio. Yeah, there you go. You can actually select all of them at the same time. And what that's going to do is it's going to drop the audio from the video down into the audio track. So here we go. So now we have two tracks. We have one for the audio, one for the video. And we have used our normalization, which is great. So we've done the in and out. Now all we have to do is select our audio, and we don't need to select the last one. We just want to drop it in on all of these. So then we will go ahead and hit the plus sign here. And now we've got the audio transitions, and let's just redo this one. No, we have the video transition on each one of them. So now we have both audio and video transition. And we may, I might just disable this track here so we can just listen to it. And again, we can see as before when the sometimes you'll find that they don't overlap. These can also change in 2 seconds and not be the standard 2 seconds if there isn't any room. Filmora is set so that it will automatically adjust the width of the transition if there's not enough room, which also means that it can look like it disappears. And also, I'm really getting off track here, but if you go into preferences and you go into editing, transition durations right here, 2 seconds. So you can adjust this in seconds or in frames. And if you want all of them to be longer or shorter, you can set your preference before you start. Okay, let's just focus on the sound here. And so I've eliminated the video so we won't get confused here. We're just listening to the sound, and let's see how it blends.
Stairs here too? Yeah. Oh, on both sides.
And so you see that we get that really nice blend in the sound. And let's incorporate that with the video. and then run it one more time. So now we got our video transition up here and our audio transition down there.
Steers here too. Yeah. Oh, on both sides.
Here is that.
And you can see how that really smoothed things out. Now, there is this catch-22 here that you could end up doing some editing on the lines up above that won't move the audio, so the two are no longer synced. So to prevent that, once you have done this and you're going to do further editing, if you're not going to do any further editing, don't bother doing this. It's just right. You could add all your transition, do all your other edits to your video before you do these steps, and then just export it. You're done. But if you've done one segment, now you're going to work on another segment, it could be worth your while to take everything that you've just synchronized and made your transitions like that, select them all, right click on them, create a compound clip like so. Now all your synchronization, all your video transitions and your audio transitions will stay together. You cannot mess them up by doing other editing within your program. It's not needed if you're not going to do any additional editing. And I would do this, I always do my transitions, whether it's audio or video, as a last thing. But let's just give it a quick look here.
Steers here too. Yeah. Oh, on both sides.
Here is that.
So we got really nice, smooth transitions from one to the other. Now, there was one other question with Danny, and then we'll wrap this video up on transitions. And he wanted to know, what does the pink diamond logo mean? It means that is a feature or an asset. Each of these is an asset that you will have to pay additional credits, AI credits, or the Filmora credits, whatever you want to call them, in order to use. So if you don't have a plan that has those credits, and you see your credits up here, then you use one of these, you will get a reminder either when you place it onto your timeline or when you go to export that requires an additional payment. So those are the features. But let's just review again. When you have both audio and video that you would like to transition from one to other, select your videos with the attached audio, do a right click and use the detach audio or the keyboard shortcut. Hold down Control and Alt and press the D, and that will detach your audio. So that's a quick way to do that. Once it's detached, you can then apply video transitions to the video and audio transitions to the audio. If you're going to do further editing in your project later on, outside of what you have just done, I would recommend that you select both the audio and video, you right click, and you create a compound clip.